Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, the show where we explore the fascinating world of psychology and uncover the secrets of the human mind. I'm your host Sigmund, and today we're going to delve into a concept that may seem daunting at first, but trust me, it's absolutely captivating: terror management theory. So, what is terror management theory? In simple terms, it's the idea that our awareness of our own mortality, yes, you heard that right, our own death, has a profound impact on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. This concept was first introduced by psychologists Jeff Greenberg, Sheldon Solomon, and Tom Pyszczynski in the 1980s, and it's been a game-changer in understanding human psychology ever since. To grasp terror management theory, we need to dive into its theoretical background. The theory suggests that humans have a unique awareness of their own mortality, which creates existential anxiety. To manage this anxiety, we develop cultural worldviews and self-esteem, which serve as psychological shields against the fear of death. Our cultural worldviews provide us with a sense of meaning, purpose, and belonging, while our self-esteem gives us a sense of value and worth. One of the key psychologists who contributed to our understanding of terror management theory is Ernest Becker, who wrote extensively on the human fear of death and its impact on behavior. According to Becker, humans have a deep-seated fear of death that drives many of our behaviors, from our pursuit of wealth and status to our desire for immortality through creative achievements. Studies have shown that when people are reminded of their own mortality, they tend to become more defensive of their cultural worldviews and more likely to engage in behaviors that boost their self-esteem. For example, one study found that when participants were asked to write about their own death, they became more patriotic and supportive of their country's values. Another study found that when people were reminded of their mortality, they were more likely to buy luxury goods and seek social status. But terror management theory isn't just about how we respond to reminders of our own mortality, it's also about how we live our lives in the face of death. Research has shown that people who are more aware of their own mortality tend to be more motivated to pursue meaningful goals and experiences, such as traveling, learning new skills, or building strong relationships. In fact, one study found that people who were reminded of their mortality were more likely to prioritize experiences over material possessions. So, how can understanding terror management theory help us in our everyday lives? Well, for one, it can help us recognize why we might be engaging in certain behaviors or holding on to specific beliefs. By acknowledging the role of mortality salience in our thoughts and actions, we can begin to develop more empathy and compassion towards others, especially those who may hold different worldviews. In therapeutic settings, terror management theory can inform interventions aimed at reducing anxiety, prejudice, and aggression. For example, therapists might help clients explore their own mortality concerns and work through them in a constructive manner rather than trying to suppress or deny them. This can involve techniques such as mindfulness, self-reflection, and values-based action. But what about the role of culture in terror management theory? Research has shown that cultural differences play a significant role in how people respond to reminders of their own mortality. For example, one study found that people from collectivist cultures tend to respond to mortality salience by increasing their sense of belonging and connection to others, while people from individualist cultures tend to respond by increasing their self-esteem and pursuit of personal goals. In addition, terror management theory has implications for our understanding of human creativity and innovation. Research has shown that people who are more aware of their own mortality tend to be more creative and open to new experiences as they seek to leave a lasting legacy or make a meaningful contribution to society. By embracing our own mortality, we can begin to live more authentic, compassionate, and fulfilling lives. In fact, one of the most interesting implications of terror management theory is its relationship to what's known as the death-positive movement. This movement emphasizes the importance of acknowledging and accepting death as a natural part of life, rather than trying to avoid or deny it. So, what can you take away from today's episode? Firstly, remember that your awareness of mortality is a natural and normal part of being human. Secondly, recognize how this awareness may be influencing your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and try to use this insight to cultivate more empathy and compassion towards others. Finally, consider how you can use the knowledge of your own mortality to live a more authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling life. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.